Great.
Yeah,
Relaxing summer. Yep.
yeah, very good. I'm glad that you reached out. Not too many people have the guts to reach out to others, so glad that I can help somehow.
Well, I am more than used to it because I did the same to choose CentraleSupélec to go to do my exchange.
Ah, okay,
So now I'm
very
doing like
good.
exactly the same process, but to choose to inform myself about
Of course.
Switzerland and everything related to it. And
Yes.
because I chose Central to like a step in my plan to go to Switzerland, I thought it made a lot of sense to ask people who did their
Mm-hmm.
internships in Swiss
Mm-hmm.
companies. And as far
Yeah.
as I know, you are yet in Zurich, right?
Yes. Correct. Correct. So, I mean, I don't know if you already have targeted questions or if you want
Yeah,
me
yeah, I have
to.
a list of questions, and so
Okay.
if you I mean, we will follow that script, and at the end
Okay.
of the
Perfect.
call, if you want to tell me anything that you think has been left outside of my questions, uh, more than glad for you to tell me.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Perfect.
Okay, I'm going to
Go ahead.
open the questions. One moment. And if you heard my keyboard, that's because I'm going to take notes, if that's okay with you, okay?
Yeah. No. No problem at all.
Because I have these calls, I have done them in the past, as I told you, and sometimes I didn't take notes, and then I would regret it because I couldn't
Yeah.
remember
Yeah. Yeah.
as much.
Fully understood. Yes.
Yeah.
No, but
So
go ahead.
you see my screen, right? Not my screen, my camera.
No, I
Just
don't see the screen because I'm on phone mode. I'm outside.
okay. And one
But
more
you go
question.
ahead and ask. Yeah.
How much time do we have just so that I can know if
I have, yeah, because I saw you scheduled until 9.
yeah,
Unfortunately,
that's
I don't have
yeah,
enough time.
yeah.
But I would say, how many questions do you have? That's more the
I have
relevant
a lot.
thing.
That's why I'm asking,
Okay.
because I can prioritize. If you tell me that we have 1 hour, for example, I can go very, very fast.
Okay. I think about, yeah, 20 minutes, honestly, and let's see then if I can add a bit more time. Also, we could
You
do
have
it,
20 minutes. Okay, okay, okay.
yes.
Okay, okay. Then we're going to go very, very fast. So, basically, I would like to know why you went to Switzerland to
Mm-hmm.
work. How did you find your internship in ABB? I think it's the is
Yeah,
the okay.
the company, yeah.
If it was difficult for you to find an internship coming from Central because you are not Swiss,
Uh-huh.
I suppose
Yeah,
you're French.
I'm French, yes.
And basically, if you would like to stay long term in Switzerland instead of France, and in general, advice for people wanting to do the same as me, who are
Okay.
studying in Central and I want to, I'm going to start this September. I'm going to start the second year of the bachelor's in Central. Then I will do the third year, and you know that in the third year of the bachelor's, we have like end of
Uh-huh.
year internships. I would like
Yes.
to do that internship directly in Switzerland. I would like to jump
Okay.
as fast as I could into that country. Okay?
Okay. Well, for me, the internship I did, as you saw probably on my LinkedIn, was the internship for to get my diploma. So the last 6 months of the engineering school.
Yep.
And what was happening is that I just tried, as any student, to look at companies that were attractive to me. I checked the world of electrical engineering, but also checked consulting, some other things just to try it out. I went to quite a lot of job interviews in France, but nothing was really quite interesting in terms of responsibility, in terms of salary, and also perspective to learn. And one of my friends knew this company called ABB, which I work for now. He was quite a close friend to me. And what was happening is that I was applying for jobs at General Electric, Schneider Electric, all of these electrical engineering companies, but not ABB because ABB is super small in France, not recognized. But then I got recommended to go check the website of ABB, and I saw they had an internship. in this place called Turgi, which is 30 minutes away from Zurich. So it's as if basically you're studying in Centrale. It's not really Paris, but it's CentraleSupélec Paris. It's a
Yep.
bit in the
Yep.
outskirts of Paris. That's
Yep.
the same for ABB because we have a factory and we need space for the factory. So I just applied. I thought, you know what? I mean, I wasn't as drawn to Switzerland as you are now. I knew nothing about Switzerland. I wasn't really planning to move at all outside of my country and to leave the family and all that. But I thought this is a good opportunity for 6 months. Let me apply and I'll see what happens. So I applied. I went through the interview. The interview was quite okay. I would say nothing. In France, I actually went through more restrictive interviews, like really testing knowledge, capacity to handle stress and all that. For the internship here in Switzerland, it was like, talk to me about yourself. What are your, how would you call them? Advantages or disadvantages, basically, to sell yourself. It was nothing technical. And then they told me, you have the internship. So I took it because I had nothing attractive in France at that moment. And again, I thought I will go for 6 months. If I hate it, I just come back to France. But I really loved it because the environment, at least this is what I feel like in Switzerland, people are here to teach you. And this is really true for my company. In ABB, every single person around me and my team teaches me every single day. In France, it's a bit of a different mindset. It's hierarchy. Everyone has their own place. You cannot talk to your boss openly. In Switzerland, it's the opposite dynamic. You're very close with the people. My manager is a close friend of mine, you could even say, compared to France. So that was a dynamic that I really loved to see for the 6 months. As you probably know, also Switzerland has a lot of brain power. So some of the smartest people in the world come here and you sense it. You work with really people with great backgrounds, not just normal people that you work with. So that is super challenging as well. And after the 6 months, or let's say 2 months into my internship, my manager asked me to apply for this trainee program, which I knew nothing about. The trainee program is basically a program that lasts for a year and a half. They make you change teams every 6 months, so they kind of challenge you. For 6 months, you also have to go abroad. Either you choose or they choose for you. And that one, I essentially applied while I was an intern. I got the trainee program and I did it for a year and a half. So it was more, for me, Switzerland was step by step. It was 6 months was great. Let's see what is next. Then a year and a half was great. Let's see what's next. And now I'm working permanently as a tendering engineer, which is kind of technical sales in ABB. And to your question of, do you see yourself in Switzerland? Do you see yourself long-term in Switzerland? I would say, if you ask me, give me 1 second, sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry. For long-term, it depends, because long-term also means until retirement. I am not sure that I would
for me
like
it doesn't
to
mean
stay here.
until retirement. For me it means like 10 years is long term.
Yeah, 10 years, I would say yes, because the quality of life is unlike anything else in the world. It's the amount of stress is much less. I mean, just the type of living. Coming from Paris, I have no stress in Zurich. Like literally, I'm not stressed about missing my tram, missing my train, not getting something done. It's really stress-free life. Work is more or less as intensive as in France. So it's a capitalistic system. You have to work to get the money. You cannot just go from 9 to 5 to work. You have to be active. But if you're from Centrale, there's no problem to do that at all. And I wouldn't say you're overworked as well. So you have quite a lot of rights as a worker.
Okay.
So yeah, I think for 10 years at least, yes. Then for the rest, I honestly don't know. But it's a really, let's say, France has a lot of social advantages, and this is why it makes it a great country. Also in terms of education, CentraleSupélec for me is one of the best. I mean, I also work with people who are doing ETH and EPFL. And ETH, if you look nowadays, it's higher ranked than CentraleSupélec.
Yeah.
However, when I talk to people from CentraleSupélec, the mindset is very different to the people from ETH. And I wouldn't say one or the other is bad. I would say Centrale really has an outlook to build managers, CEOs, like people that are moving things around, and ETH has more of a mentality to get technical R&D people. It's I would say two slightly different schools. So it depends on what you also want to do later in life as well. But
Well, I think
coming from
Central suits me best because I applied for the ETH and the EPFL.
okay,
Unfortunately, I didn't get accepted.
hmm
But if I had been
but I
accepted,
no,
I think I would have chosen Central anyway because
I
of the
would yes,
outlook and also I know the ETH and EPFL are even more prestigious, but inside of the French society, I also consider important the reputation that this school has.
absolutely yes, yes. And as you said, I mean, honestly, CentraleSupélec, if you talk about it worldwide, people might not know, but let's say the right people who have to know, they know about CentraleSupélec. And I tell you, the level of it, uh, having worked now for 3 years with people who exclusively come from ETH and EPFR, I tell you, you have a great advantage of coming from Central, and you made a great decision to go to that school, regardless of your other choices. So that's really good. And for your question also, where you asked, does CentraleSupélec open up doors for you? 150% yes. It opens up all the doors. No, really. I mean, I
Uh,
tell you, CentraleSupélec, just by putting it on my CV, every single job I applied to, maybe 95% I got an answer back, So they look at this. CentraleSupélec, it is a huge factor. And in Switzerland as well. In Switzerland, they know and they recognize the school.
okay, that's a bit different from what from what I have heard coming from other people,
Okay.
but. Yeah, because I have talked with some other people um, that have worked in the French region, and they have told me kind of the same as you that the right people will know Central, but
Yeah.
they haven't specified that uh, the title and the diploma from this school will open me as many doors outside of France. So it's good to see another
No,
perspective.
no, it opens up even more doors than if you stay in France, I would say.
Even more? That's
Yes.
a hot
Yeah, yeah.
take.
Because the thing is, you have to realize in Switzerland, not too many people have a diploma. In France, we have much more people that have higher education. In Switzerland, it's only a certain percentage. I don't want to say something false, but it's 10-15% with a master degree. PhD is even rarer. So they have to outsource. They have to have intelligence from outside. They cannot just get people that did ETH and EPFL, which is what, 1,000 students maybe per year. That is not enough to feed the need of the companies here. So they have to outsource, and they know all of the best schools from Europe, and they always prioritize someone from EU rather than the rest of the world. So they go for, if they can, they go for Swiss, but not necessarily. Because I've been in assessment centers for the trainee program. There were 4 Swiss. I was the only French, and they still chose me, even though it's a bit more difficult in terms of administrative procedure and so on. So with Central, you have all your chances. It's not going to stop you.
I have heard that the Swiss law is getting a bit harsher with employing people from outside, coming from the EU, but uh, not being Swiss people. That they are getting a bit more strict
Yeah,
about.
they are trying, but again, I tell you, they don't have the numbers. So as much as they want to try to get Swiss people, they will never get enough Swiss people. So they have to get intelligence from elsewhere.
Okay.
It's more plan versus reality as well. And to be honest, I've been here for 3 years. In my company ABB, I see more and more foreigners coming, and not the other way around, where I see more and more Swiss, and quite a lot of Italians are coming. Well, the French, I am maybe one out of 100 people coming from France in Switzerland, at least in the Zurich area. The French area is different, but the Zurich area have very little French people.
Which nationality would you say that you see the most?
In my sector, engineering, electrical engineering, I see Italians and South America as well, quite a lot. And then from Europe, what else do I see? Germany, of course. But this is really the Zurich area because they can speak German. Usually the Italians that are coming are the ones from the northern area who already know how to speak German.
Well, do you speak German?
I'm sorry, I missed something. Did you
Uh,
ask me something?
yeah, yeah,
It blocked for a second. Sorry.
yeah.
Can you
Don't worry.
repeat?
Do you speak German?
No, I don't. I don't. I'm trying my best to learn, but I didn't come here speaking German, and that was not a problem for my company because we speak in English every single day. I have we're 15 in my team. I have one Swiss guy. All the rest are coming from the entire world: China, India, Latin America, Italy, France, me. We are two French people and one Swiss guy.
Okay.
So you see, depending on which company and which team you get to work for, it's super international.
Okay. Um, okay. Now that you have worked in Switzerland, would you go back to France uh, for work reasons? I mean, what would they have to offer you so that you would go back to working in France? Because I have
Um,
chosen to go to CentraleSupélec first and then to go to Switzerland
yeah,
because coming from Spain, I don't know how much you know about Spain's politics and Spain's situation, but
yeah, I
it
know.
is going down a lot and
Yeah,
very
yeah.
fast. And I'm trying like actually I would consider what I'm doing like an escape. I'm actually fearful that they are going to in the close future, I mean 5 years for example, they are going
Mm-hmm.
to restrict a lot the exit of the country because
Uh,
the people who are working pay a lot of taxes and they don't want to. I don't want to, and they are like exiting the country to get better job conditions and all of that.
mm-hmm.
And I would say that France is in a similar situation where the state is very
Yes,
big and the taxes are very high. The rich pay very little. The medium class pays a lot.
pays a lot. Yes. No, no, but that's a reason why I left because it's getting quite unstable, and this is why it's difficult for me to envision that I come back to France because of the political system, which is making it a hell for middle class, essentially, as you said. Um, so yeah, from a work perspective, I would stay in Switzerland, but then private life is another aspect as well. At least I come from France, so all my family is in Paris. This is not so easy to live abroad and not to be with them, but it depends. What is your goal short term? If it's your career, and then I mean, Switzerland is the answer. This is compared to France. However, if you stay in France and you go in a consulting company or you go in a bank sector or you go to these smaller startup or middle size companies, I would say you actually have a slightly better life in France if you manage to earn that much. But then you have to follow with the stress and so on.
But you could go into consultancy in Switzerland and maybe get the same responsibilities, but also for me going I'm already going out. I'm already going to France, so working in
Mm-hmm.
France or working in Switzerland doesn't make any difference for me.
No, but for you, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for
For you,
you,
I
yeah,
get the point.
yeah, you would
It's
consider
just
working in consultancy. Yeah, yeah, I
yes,
understand.
yeah, yeah, because you don't have the personal aspect that I do linked to France. But then I would say, yeah, Switzerland is more attractive from that perspective for you. Because if there's no difference, then yeah, Switzerland is the way.
How much would you say that it is a good salary in Paris? Because you told me
Well, I
about
have
the
no
working in
idea.
consultancy.
Yeah, but I actually have no idea because I haven't worked in France. I have only been an intern in France, but I've never actually worked a normal day.
Okay, okay. Uh, 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 you can not answer this question, but I would like to to ask it anyway.
Hmm.
Could I know how much you earn?
Well,
You're okay with
asking
that?
that to a French person is very delicate because French people don't talk about religion, money, and sex. So the
Okay,
that's not
don't answer it
something
if
I
you
can
are not
disclose.
comfortable
But I
with
would
it.
say when you start out if you're in the engineering sector, you can start out between 80,000 and 90,000 per year. That's more or less the
Okay,
fork.
okay, okay. Does it depend on the engineering industry, I guess, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And
Also the type of role that you have.
okay. And you applied to okay. Did you apply to the sorry, the French-speaking side of Switzerland, or because you are more electrical, you applied to the companies?
No,
No to what?
yeah, exactly. So there are
Okay.
no companies in the French side, only in the German side for me.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's check the questions. What more? What more? What more? Okay. Regarding personal life outside of work, do you find
Mm-hmm.
yourself satisfied? Because that's something, even though I'm going to do it anyway, that's the most probable thing. I am a bit worried about, only working and not having anything to do in Switzerland once I get there outside of work. And I would like to know your
Yeah.
experience about with it.
No, no. I would say from that perspective, it's really nice because you have quite a lot of people coming from abroad and trying to socialize, so you have no worry to have there. Lots of activities, lots of sports club, and as I said, lots of expats, so you don't even need to speak German to socialize. So that's absolutely not a worry. And you have a lot of Spanish people as well.
Okay.
Do you mind if you have a last question and then maybe I can talk to you another time because quite a lot of friends are coming and then I have to have dinner with them. Is that fine with you?
Yeah. You can tell
Okay.
me. You later tell me when you will be able to talk again because I would like to
Okay.
answer. I would like to ask you a little bit more, but now about Central. But if I have to make you a last question, that would be, what do you think is the position or the role of an engineer given the development of AI such at such speed that we are seeing right now? I don't know if I
Well,
have made myself
I
clear.
think more companies are realizing that artificial. Sorry, it was cutting, but I understand what you mean by the question. In ABB, they talk about artificial intelligence all day long, but they actually realize that they will never be able to substitute human intelligence. So actually, we're hiring more and more people than before, even though somehow artificial intelligence is getting developed. So
Okay,
I would say it's not stopping. It's actually pushing them to have even more people.
okay, because I have I think everyone sees a lot of news coming from the US
Yeah.
and I don't know, the US seems like a hell, a working hell for me because of
Hmm.
all the companies trying
No, no, but it's not
to
like that.
okay, okay.
It's really, really, really not like that.
What you do in your work is a lot is very related to code and
No,
software.
not at all. I don't have to program anything. I work with electricity, basically. So it's more physics than coding.
Okay. Um, okay, go with your friends because I don't want to trap you in this interview. Tell me later when
Okay,
you have
no
a bit
problem.
of time when you will be able to have another call with
Yes,
me. I have
yeah,
the week
yeah, perfect.
very free. I have this week very free, so tell me when you are available.
Perfect.
And thank you
Then
very much
either I
for
send you an email or I send you a
however you
message
want.
over WhatsApp.
However you want.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you
Great.
very much
Thank you,
for taking the
Oscar.
time.
No problem. Then enjoy your evening and we stay in touch.
Okay, we stay in touch. Bye.
Perfect. Bye.